The reading of my grandfather's will was supposed to be a private family matter, but my stepmother brought a team of bodyguards and a smirking lawyer to the room. She looked at me with pure triumph as the lawyer began reading a document stating that grandfather had left his entire $90 million real estate empire to her, while leaving me completely written out of the estate. My cousins and uncles immediately stood up to congratulate her, treating me like an outcast who didn't exist anymore. My stepmother leaned over and whispered that it was time for me to pack my bags and vacate my grandfather's house by midnight. But as she turned to leave, the heavy oak doors of the boardroom swung open, and 2 senior detectives stepped inside. They weren't there to remove me from the property. They walked straight past me, grabbed her lawyer by his arms, and demanded to see the original notary stamp. My stepmother's face turned completely white as I pulled out my tablet and pressed play on a hidden security recording. She thought she had successfully forged the signature of a dying man, completely unaware that I had installed a hidden nanny camera in my grandfather's hospital room just 3 days before he passed away. I am Marcus. I am 28 years old, and for the last 4 years, I was the sole caretaker of my grandfather, Arthur. While the rest of the greedy family only showed up during holidays to ask for expensive gifts, I knew exactly what my stepmother was capable of, which is why I never trusted her around his legal documents. Before I reveal the exact video footage that sent her lawyer to prison and left my entire family begging me for mercy, welcome to Talescape. If you want to master your English listening skills through high-stakes real-world drama, please subscribe to the channel right now. Let us find out what happened next. My grandfather built his fortune from nothing through decades of smart property investments. When he fell ill, my stepmother immediately tried to restrict my access to his medical records and attempted to fire his lifelong personal attorney. She wanted absolute control over his final days. A week before he passed, she brought a private lawyer into his room late at night, assuming the nurses and I were asleep. They presented my heavily medicated grandfather with a blank piece of paper, guiding his weak hand to sign his name at the bottom. They thought they had committed the perfect white-collar crime, but they underestimated my background in digital security. The hidden camera I placed on the bookshelf captured every single second of their coercion in perfect high-definition audio and video. Instead of stopping them that night and allowing them to create a backup plan, I let them finish their trap. I waited until the official will reading, to let them expose their own greed in front of the entire family and their high-priced legal team. When the detectives played the hospital footage on the main projector screen, my stepmother collapsed into her chair, realizing her empire had vanished in seconds. The forged will was immediately invalidated, reinstating my grandfather's true legal testament, which left the entire estate under my direct control. I didn't give a single dollar to the relatives who had turned their backs on me just moments before. I gave my stepmother exactly until midnight to pack her things and leave, proving that greed always destroys itself in the end. Before we conclude today, let us look at 3 premium English expressions from Marcus's dramatic story to upgrade your daily vocabulary. The first expression is written out of the estate. This means to be legally removed from someone's will so that you receive absolutely no money or property after they die. For example, after the massive argument, the angry father chose to have his youngest son written out of the estate entirely. The second expression is turned completely white. This means a person's face loses all its color instantly because of extreme shock, fear, or guilt. For example, when the thief saw the police officer waiting at his front door, his face turned completely white. The third expression is committed the perfect crime. This means to execute an illegal act so perfectly and cleanly that it appears impossible for the police or anyone else to ever catch or prosecute you. For example, the bank robbers believed they had committed the perfect crime until they realized they dropped a house key on the floor. Thank you for watching Talescape. If you love seeing justice served, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with other English learners. See you in the next tale.